So that didn't take very long. What was it, just Friday? We were talking about Elon getting his billions of dollars together and putting forward his offer formally to the Twitter board, and hey, Monday afternoon, they're like, yeah, no, that seems like a good price for us. All right, cool. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was, yeah, a little bit quicker than I expected, and this definitely is a good thing, but you also take a look at the entirety of the approach and who it is that's going to be owning this. And yeah, Elon Musk is the most based billionaire at the table, and yeah, it's kind of the best pick out of a very shitty roster, okay? This is like the late 2000s Los Angeles Lakers. There's like Kobe Bryant and then his friends, and that's about it. Some of his stances, even recently, about his overwhelming support for a carbon tax, leave a lot to be desired, but it all depends what he's going to do with the platform now that he owns it, okay? Is he going to curb all of the restrictions on free speech? Yeah, sure, that would be a great place to start, okay? Open it up for everybody, institute some sort of ban reversal, letting people, I don't know, get verified, because he's talked about verifying all real people on the platform, so then that'll take the speciality of the lovely, vaunted, heralded blue check mark. It'll just completely throw that to the wind, which again just kind of makes it more of a egalitarian platform. And because, like I've said there before, it's worth trying to resuscitate this platform, which continuously loses traction and active users, and it's only a very, very, very small percentile of people that create a majority of the tweets that are on there, even though it is ingratiated and ingrained in just about everything that we do in life from an entertainment and a communication standpoint. In the grand scheme of things, you take a look at the people that are actually on or have ever had an account on the platform, and you're not really talking about a whole bunch of people out there. So everybody's saying, oh my god, free speech is back because somebody who selectively lives up to the tenets of free speech purchased the platform. The smallest one in the entirety of the big tech social media space. Just fucking cool your jets here for a moment. But let's get into the nitty gritty. Twitter accepts Elon Musk's $44 billion takeover bid, so now he's going to take it private, and theoretically he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Twitter's board of directors has approved Elon Musk's offer to purchase a social media firm and take it private in a transaction valued at about $44 billion. The company announced Monday. The company accepted the billionaire's proposal of $54.20 per share. Twitter has a purpose and relevance that impacts the entire world. Wow, just a little bit of an inflated opinion of yourself. Deeply proud of our teams and inspired by the work that has never been more important, said CEO Parag Agrawal, whatever, in the corporate announcement. So he's going to be out of a job shortly. You'll love to see it, and he's only had it for a very small amount of time, so it'll look good on a resume. You just don't need to put the beginning and end date on there. Just, go with God, if you, or whatever you believe in. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is a digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated, said Musk in a statement. Wow, that's conflating a whole bunch of things there. I don't think Twitter is that important, but free speech is. So yeah, I get where you're going, but you have the right ideas so far. Okay, I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. That's what I meant, and that's what he said earlier last week when I didn't bother doing another update video because this shit gets tiresome. Specific topics like this. He floated out the idea of, yes, verifying and giving the blue check to anybody who's a real person, okay? Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and the community of users to unlock it. Yep, you just got to, like I said earlier before in one of the other videos as well, flush out all of the cancer that was there before, okay? Send everybody on their fucking merry way who's not all about opening up the platform, implementing these changes that you want to do, because you'll just end up with the exact same platform that you have there, the one that everybody is dissatisfied with. Either they think that it's too restrictive, or that there's too many people on the platform that they want banned that haven't been banned yet. Nobody is satisfied with Twitter, okay? Like, Elon Musk buying this, isn't going to make me personally go back to the fucking website. There's still a lot of shit that needs to be done. And if it happens, yeah, I'll think about it. But again, I'm not really chomping at the fucking bit because social media to me is total fucking cancer AIDS. But of course, with the announcement of this, you know, the Spurgs were coming out. And leaving Twitter immediately began to trend because these people just can't fucking cope with reality. And you know exactly who's talking about leaving Twitter. Oh my god, my echo chamber's finally been burst, and oh my, we don't have a complete monopoly on all topics, and all the big tech is crashing down. Yeah, it's those type of people once again. Following reports that Elon Musk may be nearing a deal with the Twitter board to buy the company, leftist verified accounts on the platform once again went into meltdown mode over the prospect of Musk, a self-described free speech absolutist, taking over. He has, again, maybe we'll drag his past a bit if he doesn't live up to his own expectations and his own lofty goals. But for right now, we just got to take it at face value. Leaving Twitter began to trend shortly after reports of Musk Twitter talks. Observers quickly noted the similarity in sentiments to loud declarations from prominent leftists that would move to Canada if Trump won the 2016 election. And you guys probably remember how many people left. Nobody, right? Mostly because you couldn't get a flatbed trailer to move Whoopi Goldberg's fat ass across the border. Anyway, so you got Charles Blow. Oh, he's from the New York Times. That Blow should have known. Oh, looks like I'm about to say goodbye to Twitter as well. I've been pulling back a bit from social media anyways. This will just be the push. I need to go all the way on this app. I doubt it. Let's just check this in real time, by the way. So I'm going to pull up his account. 1 hour ago, still retweeting. Yep, Well, I'm out. I will now use Twitter like I use Facebook, only for promo purposes. Oh, I'm pulling back from the website. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. You got Miranda Kamader, whatever, former New York Times editorial board member. That makes sense. The willingness of Twitter's board to engage with Mr. Musk, the world's richest man, represents a step forward and a step toward my leaving this platform. I will not stay on Twitter if Elon Musk owns it. Let's just do this again because it just is so fucking obvious that these people don't mean anything that they say. 2 hours ago, I can be reached via Mira Kamader. Oh my god. Just retweeting and spurging out because why exactly? I don't even get it. So you're still using the platform, but whatever. No, that's fine. Motherboard Vice's tech division harkens a name that I have not heard in a long time. Let's say you're not bluffing about leaving Twitter. If Elon Musk actually buys it, it might be worth considering Mastodon as a new home for your thoughts instead. Okay. MySpace is check not clear or what? Charles Blow, again, Yvette Nicole Brown, again, all of these very stable people. This guy who's just so happy to be boosted. Okay, the fact that he has to put some sort of arbitrary descriptor for himself, the fact that he needs to post that in his profile, just lets me know that this guy can't go a minute without fucking tweeting his brains out. So if you say goodbye to Twitter, then you're just handing it over to the wrong folks. The wrong folks. Again, free speech absolutists. Those are the wrong folks. Okay, all the media folks are going to stick around and write about what those folks tweet. Be rational here. We're not moving to Canada yet. If you ever decide that you want to leave, I'll take your spot. Trust me, I don't want to be here anymore. It's a fucking hellhole. And if anybody's looking to leave the United States over the fact that an African-American gentleman bought Twitter, I'll just gladly take your space, you fucking bunch of racists. I don't know who this Somer is. Let's see if he's actually left. Survey says, all right, today is improving. Okay, cool. Looks like he's really following through on that. But as for James Fell here, he's apparently a historian, and he said, I'm only leaving Twitter if Musk allows Trump back on. Which, yeah, is mostly the reason a lot of people even were using the platform. Because you remember, okay, just giving you a little bit of a history lesson here, James, okay? The only reason Twitter is even relevant right now and hasn't gone the way of MySpace and Friendster and all of the previous other startup Twitter alternatives, okay? You can argue Parler until you're blue in the face, but Did it fall off or was it killed? I'll let you decide. Gab is still kicking around, but none of them have reached the upper echelons, okay? And Twitter probably would have fallen off or would have fell victim to another one of the startups, if not for Trump in 2015. And then once he ascended to the presidency, everybody was in their replies and people were getting tens of thousands of followers off of just cunty little 280 character remarks. You can even just go back and look at the numbers. It was trending downward until Trump came in, and then it started to go up, and now it's like, I say it every once in a while, and especially when we're discussing this specific topic, nobody really uses Twitter anymore, okay? They're trending topics. You get 2,500 tweets, okay? Even when there is big popular topics that's on there, okay? And everything that's pushed in the what's happening now section is just bought and paid for fucking wrestling topics. It's like that's cool, I guess, but if that's what you're pushing, okay, just take a look at how popular it is on television to just let you know that you're probably hitching your fucking wagon to a lame horse. Sorry, and I'm a fan of the fucking half-naked men rolling around in their underwear. So again, if Elon Musk is trying to resuscitate this fledgling platform, bringing Trump back on would probably be a good decision, okay? Unbanning the people that were unjustly prosecuted and banished to the shadow realm, maybe that would, spark some sort of interest in the destitute user base? Well, not quite. Not quite. Because if you remember, and it's been a fucking while now, Christ, 2 years after it was fucking relevant, nothing like striking while the iron is ice fucking cold, Trump says he will not be returning to Twitter, opts for Truth Social instead. Alright, first and foremost, Truth Social Media, or whatever the fuck it's called. Yes, Truth Social Network. Okay, it's hopping on the Rumble platform, the Rumble cloud services. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be integrating in with Rumble, which is great. And of course, I gotta extol my love for Rumble, great platform and all that stuff. So it kind of looks like there's going to be a bifurcated thought economy going forward. The THOUGHT, not THOT. That's a different intersection that's been crossed. But yes, and two thought economies fledgling online. Okay, you're going to have Rumble and the different alternatives that are going to be out there, which is great and wonderful and fantastic. Okay, so you got Locals, which is kind of like a Facebook alternative, and then you're going to have Truth over there as well, and that's going to have the allure of Trump and then the different conservative talking heads, which obviously are going to be over there. And then, of course, on the other side, you're going to have whatever becomes of Twitter, okay? Because I don't think it's going to... This is just between you and me, okay? Like, I trust the genius, brilliance, and the ingenuity of Elon Musk when it comes to physical, tangible things, but when it comes to this platform, it's totally different than, electric cars and rocket ships. I know, and I'm not going to try to downplay them, or I wouldn't really necessarily bet against them, but there's a lot of moving parts here. And it's not quite as easy as just pointing up to the sky and saying, I want metal up there. Okay, there's a whole bunch of fucking disastrous people that's around there, so it might just be a new coat of paint on a fucking 92 Honda with 300,000 miles. It's not going to mean all that much in the grand scheme of things. So you'll just have the old big tech route, okay? So it's just becoming more ingrained than ever. So yeah, you got this spurgout that's happening right now. You got Trump's social media that's taken off right now. But if it's all just going to be centered around Trump, I know it's not, because it has that awful name, which I thought I'd eventually come around to. But it saying, oh, have you heard what somebody said on Twitter lately? As opposed to, oh, did you hear what Trump tweeted on Truth lately? Or what Trump truthed lately? That's just cumbersome to say. And it doesn't have that same name recognition as Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, okay? I think it's bad branding, okay? Like, I get why he did it. It's the T and Truth and the T in Trump, okay? He wanted to keep name recognition, but it's got to be bigger than Trump, okay? That's why the America First, the MAGA movement, has to be bigger than Trump. And it is. It's just, this name should have been workshopped a little bit longer, okay? I get it. You think when it was all marketed and branded and created at the time, the Twitter, there was no hope for it. It just looked like it was dying off in the corner, and that you could just market it as just being the this is Truth, by the way. You could market it as being the bright, shining beacon of just free speech and open debate on the Hill, and call it Truth, because that's what it was going to stand for. But it's a dumb name. Like, what are you going to call your little posts that are out there? Like, it was fun on Parler, okay? Because Parler, it's like, what the fuck is that? Is that like a French social club? Yeah, kind of. And what do you do over there? You put out parlays. cool. I like to say that, and everybody got accustomed to using those types of terminologies when the Pirates of the Caribbean movies were famous. Okay, oh, I could sound like a swashbuckler by putting out a bunch of parlays. It'll be fun. But what are you going to do? Are you going to put some truths out on truth? I don't get it. It's bad terminology, but that's where Trump's going to be, okay? And it all depends what happens long term with Twitter, if they're going to be fixing anything. And then over on Truth, if it's just going to be bigger than just being the home of Trump, okay? So it's going to be an interesting time for big tech, social media in the near future. And I've got hope for both, honestly. I want both of them to flourish, okay? Because competition makes the world go round. It's just now we're at a point where the Truth is about to kick off, okay? It's finally done its testing phase, which it's been in since November or something like that. Again, for fucking sake, your fucking Christ, the timing, dude. And then you got Twitter, which has just been purchased, so we'll have to see what ends up shaking out. And again, yeah, it's all really just better than it was before. Let's just, I think we can probably agree on that, depending on whoever comes out ahead on this. And regardless, it's always nice to see leftist blue check marks just spurg out, so we can agree on that. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.